How many of you have ever suffered from eating disorders or taking weight loss drugs? Can someone share on that?
Bit.
Yeah, I mean, um, so when I was speaking about how I was considered skinny as a child and then I was sexually assaulted as a child, I started.
Wow. Again, she need to go to therapy for this because again, that's something she have hidden trauma that she haven't addressed them. And these things are basically just lingering around and just, if we can say, controlling her, we could probably say that. But she need to really get these things addressed.
To gain weight and binge eat. So
Because I mean, at the end of the day, I do understand it's her story, but sometimes you gotta also have a different story. You gotta also have the try to have a new story, for example.
I started to cope with the trauma that I had went through food, and I would eat and eat and eat, and it would become an issue. So instead of speaking out and talking to the people around me and telling them what was going on with me and reaching out to them and telling them how I feel, I would turn to the food. And that became my coping mechanism. Instead of speaking to someone, speaking to a counselor, speaking to my parents, speaking to family members, I would eat the food. I would go to the food, I would eat and eat and eat whenever I felt sad, whenever I felt stressed, angry, sometimes
Yeah.
even when I was happy. So it wasn't just the negative emotions, it was all of the emotions that I was feeling as a child. And
Yeah.
into my teenage years and my adulthood, I would just eat and eat and eat instead of turn to speaking to people. And it wasn't until I finally reached out and I told my
Emotional eating.
family what had happened to me that I started to heal myself. I started to heal myself with what was going on with me. I started to go to therapy. I
Oh,
started to reach out and speak about these things that were happening to me instead of going to the food. And doing those things, it helped me tremendously in my relationship with food and with myself as a person.
yes.
But also to speak on the taking drugs and enhanced pills and what have you. Once I turned 18, because before that I didn't have a credit card.